And on fuel stations, the lingering increase at the filling station is easing off as more products come into major cities in the country. Some motorists in Nigeria's capital city confirmed that the situation has improved compared to the past week. Lagos and Abuja were hit by scarcity of the petroleum motor spirit from last week. After several days, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited revealed that there's a sufficient supply of petrol to go round in the city, as it reaffirms that a lot more supply of the product will be shipped in within the coming days. The agency also says it's determined to clamp down on any fuel station found hoarding the product or shortchanging Nigerians.
In the recent past, there have been claims and counter-claims between NNPC Limited and the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria over who is responsible for the ongoing fuel scarcity. NNPC insists there is enough product and that the queues will soon disappear, while IPMA says the scarcity will persist for the next 2 weeks. NNPC Limited has maintained its claims that there is sufficient product and the queues will soon disappear. Motorists at some fuel stations confirm that the situation has improved compared to the past week.
As we speak today, we have 12 vessels laden with over 1 billion liters of PMS on our waters. And in the next 5 days, we have another 5 coming with over 600 million liters of PMS. So the issue is not supply. Supply is abundant. We've had tightness in the distribution network, and I'm glad to say that as NNPC, we're not just the supplier of last resort. We are also coordinating the industry efforts to address this situation. And I see how things have worked in the last couple of days. I'm very much assured that this situation will fizzle out in the next few days. Today alone, we've moved over 250 trucks into Lagos. We've moved over 150 into Abuja. We've moved over 70 into Kano, about 40 into Kaduna.
Let's say there's a little different. Like today is better. There are times we spend like 3 hours at the filling station. There are times we spend more.
NMDPRA also restates its determination to clamp down on any fuel station found hoarding the product or shortchanging Nigerians.
Pricing is a sensitive thing. Whilst it's an open market, but we also know what the proper cost and price should be. And so we're working with FCCPC to ensure that consumers are protected. And as a responsible regulator, we will not shy from sanctioning any depot, any retail outlet that is either hoarding products or taking advantage of Nigeria with profiteering, receiving funds from marketers and operators, and paying transporters as well to close down the equalization fund. As we speak, we've been disbursing 10 billion between a few days ago and now, and transporters will begin to receive their payments as we speak.
Although there are still queues at some petrol stations, some are still locked up, but it is hoped that in the coming days the situation will be resolved.
One of the shocking news over this week, of course, was the Suleja Correctional Center. Residents are seeking the relocation of that particular correctional center as a charge in for inmates who escaped during the April 24th late-night downpour after the destruction of a part of the wall of the Medium Security Correctional Center in Suleja, Niger State. So far, 13 inmates have been recaptured out of the 119 escapees. 106 inmates are still at large. 3 prisoners were recently recaptured through the efforts of the Correctional Service, and that says it is working with the other security agencies to track down the fleeing inmates. The inmates fled the custodian correctional center following damage of the facility caused by the last Wednesday downpour that also affected other houses within the vicinity of the prison.
Apprehension among residents of Suleja in the aftermath of the escape of inmates of the Medium Security Custodial Center. More than 6 days after the downpour that damaged the facility, 106 inmates are still at large. Out of the 119 that fled the custodial center, only 13 have been recaptured.
Most of our residents are having sleepless nights because of the number of the inmates that are now back in the society, of which we cannot identify this inmate. You cannot identify this criminal. We don't know the kind of crime they will commit again in the society.
Frankly speaking, we are not happy. So we are seeking if government can intervene to do something better.
The Correctional Service has not yet released the identities of the escapees from the custodial center. There are concerns that these escapees might still be lurking within the community.
You know, so most of them, they leave the prison without even money in their pocket. And hardly they can just try to bring themselves out so that maybe people will even trace them. Mostly they will be coming out maybe in the night to continue perpetrating their crime that they even leading them to the prison the other time.
Are you suggesting that some of them could be still be within?
They can be within the Suleja now. They are not going far now. Most of them, they will be within Suleja. Only few, maybe, they will just relocate outside Suleja. But most of them that are around, almost more than 100, they will be within the society.
Reflecting on the incident, the village head says the prison guards' warning shots prevented residents from intervening to halt the escapees.
There was heavy shotgun that distracted the mind of the people. So people decided to live at home. Had even they used whistle, the security of the prison used whistle, many people will come and assist them.
They want security forces to ramp up action and recapture more of the escapees.
Okay, and of course, after the break, we'll be talking about the Suleja Correctional Center. Join me after this break.
The National